When taking the hemisphere dominance inventory, I found that I'm a little bit more right brain dominant. I'm very creative and have a great imagination. I enjoy photography and writing. Also, I'm big picture oriented and need to see the reason behind something to gain anything from it. I still have many other characteristics of a left brain dominant person. I'm a list maker and not a huge risk taker. I think I have a good balance of right brained and left brain characteristics. The Dream Interpretation Journal showed me that my dreams agreed with Cartwright's dream theory. My dreams were an extension of waking life and were surprisingly about what problems or thoughts I had during the day. For example, I was nervous for a test the next day, and I dreamt about going to the test and finding it in a language I didn't know. I think my dreams were trying to prepare me for the worst that could happen, and could be helping me. I have an internal locus of control, meaning that I think my behavior is guided by my decisions, as opposed to luck and fate. I think that I can control everything in my life. I work hard for the things that I want and believe that if I work hard enough, I will eventually achieve it. The problem with having such a high internal locus of control is when things happen that I can't control, I want to be able to control them. As a baby, my parents have told me that I had an easy temperament. They said I didn't get fussy easily and that I was open to trying new experiences. The temperament, they say, has carried with me, and I am still open to doing all types of new things and trying new foods. When taking the Gardner Multiple Intelligence Inventory, my top 3 scores were interpersonal, intrapersonal, and linguistic. I'm very interpersonal because I enjoy learning through others, socializing, and engaging in group work or discussion. Having a high interpersonal intelligence allows me to understand how others are feeling and will be a benefit in the future because I know I want to go into a career that deals with interacting with others, because I'm a people person. While I'm smart in some areas, I lack in others, like logical, which gets me into trouble in math class, and musical, which might be the reason why I was never able to master the flute. I found Adler's view on how birth order shapes personality very accurate to me. Being the firstborn out of 2, I'm driven, an overachiever, reliable, and studious. I find myself being very critical of my younger brother and tense a lot of the time. Having these characteristics will help me get through college and get a job, but might keep me from enjoying the little things. I had one of the highest scores on the fear survey, and pretty much had some sort of fear of everything on the list. My biggest fears were death of a loved one, getting in a car crash, and fear of heights. Also, I'm scared of bugs and snakes. The list goes on and on. These fears cause me great anxiety, and I'm trying to work on them. I've been trying to get over my fear of heights by being an adventure gym, but I would still rather stand the ground. I am an extreme extrovert and love being around other people. I feel that I get my energy from being around others. I'm outgoing and love talking to anyone and everyone. Being an extrovert helps me in today's society because being personal and having social skills is very important and desired in many careers. My extroverted personality helps me on the speech team and makes me successful because I have to be relatable, outgoing, and friendly to get the message across. My life list had goals from a wide range of motivational theories, but a large portion consisted of goals driven by instinct and arousal. My instinctive goals were to get married, have a family, and buy a house. My other goals were to ride an elephant, perform on a stage for a large amount of people, and go to the Oscars. They all fall under the arousal theory of motivation. The inventory that described the amount of stress I have most accurately was the Daily Hassles Annoyance Test. My score was above the average of 20 at 28. I found that the smaller, more frequent things have more of an impact on me than the large life changes. The problem with having a high score on this test is that the annoyances are unavoidable. I need to not let the small annoyances get to me. All in all, Psych class has taught me about everyone around me. But what I gained the most is an insight as to who I am. I learned that there are positives to who I am that are sure to help me get through college and lead a successful life. With positives, there are always negatives. But what can I do? That's who I am. I'm sure I can work on them, but I'm happy to be who I am. Psych for life.